sort of see it a little bit on camera. There's like a very distant rain shower happening. And you can kind of see a rainbow forming in the center of it. It's not very prominent.
Weak rainbow. God.
Weak rainbow, bruh. Hey.
Hey.
That still look very pretty though.
Yeah, it's very picturesque.
So fluffy. So pretty.
That or you like squish them between your fingers and they make a horrible squeaking noise.
You're ruining it. Does not look nearly as good on camera. Is that your job?
Yep.
Not look. What up? I do not know how to light myself, therefore I never have any flattering shots of myself. But that's not what this is about. So enjoy my massive forehead and everything else wrong with my face. But anyway, Clément's just out there playing more video games. That's the bulk of what happened tonight, other than an embarrassing amount of pizza, because I had a 9-hour shift today. And every time I'm like, hey, come on, can you take care of the cooking? He just kind of wimps out and orders food. It's been, I think, close to a week since Clément adopted Zozo, and we're still figuring him out. So far we've figured out that he likes to dig as a form of playtime, and there are several rabbit personality types, sort of, that people have noticed are common. One of them being the one that likes to dig, and there are other rabbits that like to throw small toys around and that kind of thing. But he's a digger. The other thing that I've kind of noticed about him, I have a bit of a theory as to why he does this, but he doesn't like to explore very much. As you guys saw last week, put him in what was Malfoy's old cage, and don't worry, we wiped it down before we put him in so there wouldn't be any ferret smell possibly left in there. That's what we've got him in. And we set up the little cardboard crate that we bought from the store we brought him home from. We've tilted it on his side and we've put some hay and water in there, and he likes to go in there, kind of like a little hutch. He also likes to chew the cardboard apart. But he's really only stayed in that area. When we take the top off of his cage, he kind of just hops back and forth between the two and doesn't really do much. And I was getting a little worried about him, and I thought, it could just be that maybe he's not used to his new place. Anxiety because he's moved again. But Clément was telling me that he was told that Zozo used to live with a family with young kids, I think. I'm kind of thinking that it makes sense that in that case, maybe they would have had like a small room or something that they kept him in, you know, so that he could be supervised when small kids are playing with him and that kind of thing. So nothing, like, it's not like they did anything terribly wrong with him, but as a result, he kind of stays in the spots that he thinks are his. So we're trying to get him to explore beyond that. Because funnily enough, when we introduce him to a new spot in the apartment, like for example, we actually put him down outside the door, he doesn't have any problem exploring it after that point. He just needs to be told he can go there. I've never encountered this before with an animal. It's very strange. I guess I wanted to give a little update because we didn't really film anything interesting, and I thought that's what people do on YouTube when they vlog and buy pets. They give updates. So yeah, God, my ramblings are such a mess to edit. I apologize to my future self. Also, I apologize for the humming that you've been hearing. Yeah, we got the air conditioner set up. Woo! It's so sticky now. It's really gross and humid. I don't mind heat. The humidity, no.
So, I've been hard at work on my indie game, Tom on a Pogo Stick, for the last month or so, and as I believe I mentioned at one point, I've actually hired an artist to work with me on this project, which is a very cool and new experience for me. I met them at Girl Force. They were one of my students, and they're a pretty good artist, and they're, you know, just hoping to get into the industry. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. As part of the payment that I'm giving them, I'm also giving them programming lessons, and yeah, but yeah, No, it's working out really, really well so far. We've been meeting up each week, and they've been coming to me with concept art, and I've been giving them feedback, and they've been coming back, and it's just been a really good arrangement. Yeah, it's just really weird. I've never like hired somebody to work on an indie game before. I mean, I've never finished and released an indie game before. I've worked on lots of published games, but not indie games. So this should be very interesting. Mind you, it's still going to be like a couple years before the game comes out because there's a lot to do. But it's exciting. It feels more legitimate and more real now that I have somebody else doing it with me. And yeah, I don't know. Just felt like mentioning it because it's different. I guess before this point, this game I've been working on it for so long, and there's not that much to show for it really, considering how much time it's been since I originally started working on it. But I feel like in the time since I hired Robin, my artist, it's been a lot easier to motivate myself and to focus because well, for one thing, I have somebody else, to hold me accountable. So there's that. Before, like when you're working on a project all by yourself, especially a really big project like this, it can be difficult to maintain motivation over a long time. Yeah, I'm hoping that now that we've got a little bit more of a structured approach to making the game, it's going to go more smoothly. And yeah, and I'll continue to try and remember to give you guys updates because that could be exciting, right? Yeah, of course it would be exciting. Look forward to that.
It is completely dark and you can't see a thing, but hopefully you can hear it because... What? Hi Malfoy! I don't think I'd be able to even brighten this footage enough to see you, but...
This is like easily the heaviest story we've had.
Oh, you just missed... God damn it, come on!
I'm sorry for talking.
It smells so good right now. I suggest you save your game frequently, just in case.
Yep.
Wow. Ugh, I wish we were on one of the top floors right now. Not only so we could hear it, but so we could look out across the city and see all the lightning and everything.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Whoa, uplating, not good. Hello. So, Clément and I just spent part of the evening with Tom, and we are planning a trip together. Any contributions?
Hello. Yeah, we're planning a trip, and we went over to Tom's place to plan things. I'm very tired, hence the ineloquence,
And the coffee with an espresso in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were planning on having a fun evening, and somehow I've been failing to capture this, but sorry for all the shaky footage, but Tom unfortunately has a broken toe. And I really, really hope that it gets better before we go on this trip that we're planning. But yeah, that's how we spent our evening. So not a lot of footage. In fact, none at all. And I apologize. Oh, and Mel's being chased by the ferrets in darkness. See, it's sort of visible. Belle, I really wish you would let the ferret play with you. Well, I guess there's that. Look at that. Bit dark, but we got burgers. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Good looking supper if I do say so myself. Here, come on.
Ooh, those look pretty good. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's actually a really nice day outside, except for maybe the last hour. It started looking, boop, focus. You can't really see it, but it started looking like we're gonna have a storm, which is kind of awkward because it's actually St. John Baptiste Day here in Quebec. And I was hoping to see some fireworks, but all the forecasts say we're supposed to have a really stormy evening. At least it was really nice earlier today, like really nice. Oh well. Ooshy raining, and it's very wet, and I'm very lucky my laptop wasn't soaked.
Oh, you're vlogging.
I am vlogging.
I was wondering why you were suddenly telling me all this again.
Did you know it's raining outside?
Like, no.
No, listen to that.
And then it gets quieter.
Of course. Oh yeah. Yep. That's rain.
Wipers to the max.
So that rain, that was something.
No, it wasn't.
You would know. Well, you would know. You got to look outside all day while I was trapped inside during the best part of the thunderstorm, but...
Actually, it was a pretty good thunderstorm, yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like a good thunderstorm. Yeah, it is time to end the vlog. We didn't do too much interesting. I had an 8-hour shift, and then we went over to my parents' place and cleaned up my old bedroom, and there was some cool stuff in there, I guess. Maybe not anything that'd be really interesting on the vlog. And then the only other thing I could think of that happened today was cold sore. Decided to show up like 5 days before Canada Day, and I was all like, you know what, I might do a cute red lip. And my body was like, f you and your plans. Anyway, so we're 1 week closer to that cool camping trip.
We are, that's true.
And this Canada Day on Friday is a really important one because it's like 150 years since the country was a country. So that'll be cool.
They gave people the time off at Walmart.
I imagine they shut down the store that day for that reason. I was really surprised to find out that I actually had the day off. And then Mom told me that she went and looked at their hours, and turns out everyone's got the day off because the store is closed. And I'm pretty sure that's not typical for Walmart to close the store on Canada Day. So I'm pretty happy for that. I have to go to sleep because I'm so tired.
And I barely slept last night, so I just don't know why. I just didn't sleep.
Alright, everybody say bye to the cold sore. Bye.
Bye, cold sore.